And it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Giants, and it comes your way next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7th. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A big-time play there for New Orleans.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He can't get him down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Toward the pylon, caught. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Bridgewater's throw here pulled in by Golladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Golladay. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He dumps it off to Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And it's fielded at the 34. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Delgado. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a bit.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the... So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one, 35 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. and he put it right where it needed to be.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching, and ending up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah, I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2nd and 9 now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Delgado. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And that last throw right there putting... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To Barkley on the check down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now it's Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. It's Delgado. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Kamara try the right side. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. Open man is Galladay, complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Darnay Holmes makes the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Toss play, Kamara. Bust through the tackle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Golladay. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Bridgewater now. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Bridgewater's throw here pulled in by Golladay. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. Powers through, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
No, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way.
get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create some. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Forced out to it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 55 rushing yards, rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff to Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Shreds the tackle. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did